Hey, I'm here with Nick. It feels good to be here with Nick, although obviously he's a little bored. Anyway, I have a quick question for you. Are you a baseball fan? And you're probably thinking, I'm not here for the baseball tips, Barb. But I'll come back to horses in just a moment, I promise. So I want to share with you a little story that inspired me that has to do with Cardinal baseball. And Tom and I, my husband Tom and I, both grew up in Southern Illinois, across the river from St. Louis. And we both went to Cardinal baseball games. We didn't know each other back then. And if you know anything about the St. Louis Cardinal culture, oftentimes when you grow up and you're around it, you're a Cardinal fan for life. And that's how we are, and especially my husband. So recently, the Cardinals were playing a game. And by the way, as of this video, they are in first place, 4 or 5 games ahead, which is awesome. And they have 3 players who are retiring at the end of this year, like 3 legendary Cardinal players. Yadier Molina, I hope I said that right, Adam Wainwright, and Albert Pujols. And Pujols is this power hitter. And he was at this one particular game, he hit every time he was at bat. And he not only hit every time, he hit 2 home runs. And at the end of the 2nd home run, he was so excited that, he put his bat down and he did this, and then he went like that, and started running the bases. So at the end of the game, the sports people, media, were all around Albert because he had this stellar performance, sticking the microphones in his face. And one of the questions was, Albert, did you do that to show the younger players kind of how it's done, and to show your prowess? I mean, that the person didn't say that, but that was what I took from it. And I think Pujols did too, because his answer is what I want to share with you. He said, no, I did that for gratitude and to affirm, and I'm really paraphrasing here, to affirm my excitement for that success. So I said a couple of other things too that I'm going to share in the next couple of videos, but I love that. He said, I had no thought about making any kind of point in that moment to the younger players. And it reminded me of how we as writers always tend to not look at especially the small victories and give it a yes. What we tend to do is kind of go, yeah, well, I should do the good stuff, but here's where I really suck. And so sometimes we identify with, sometimes we focus on where things went off the rails. And my thought for you is that you really need both. It's important that no matter how small or how big your victory is, that you give it a yes. That's me, because you want to build on your strengths, and you want to build your unique, by style of writing, I don't mean that you're trying to make a statement of your style, but your energy, who you are as a writer, where you're comfortable in your skin writing and with your horse. You want to affirm that progress and your fun. And then the next thing is that wherever it is that you did fall off the rails or, make a mistake or whatever, you want to find that too, because that's your next step for improvement. So I just want to make a point that your victories, big and small, are important to have gratitude for them and to say yes. And that's my message. So, are you a baseball fan? Let's get back to that. Who are you rooting for? And leave a comment for me and let me know what you think about saying yes to the victories. Bye-bye.